Hello everyone, I'm Mithra. Welcome back to Season 4. This is Episode 2. We are going to do the settlement phase, the first settlement phase of the season. So we've got a lot of stuff to set up. First, let's talk about last episode. I made one mistake as an editor when I said that, there was a knockdown mistake. It's okay. The other thing was... I missed a card. I should have discarded one wound. So the fight went a little bit longer, but we'll just keep that result. We'll go with the one survivor. I've already written down everything that she had. So we'll keep that result, even though the lion died earlier. So now we have to set up for the season. How do we do that? Well, first we have to, as I mentioned in the prologue fight, disorders, fighting art deck, everything was just standard as it was. Nothing was added. First off, starting a new campaign, we have to draw from our strains that we have here. So we have 6 unlocked strains going in to the seasons, from other seasons, previously. Going in this one, we have Infernal Rhythm, we have Stockist, we have Armored Fist, we have Shield Array, we have Infinite Lives, and we have Sword Oath. So, rules for strains is we can only have 5 of these in the campaign at one time, and if we get another one, we replace one. So, let's go ahead and shuffle these 6. So we have half of the strains from the Echoes stuff. We will try to get the other... Well, we're not going to get all the other 6, but we're going to go for some other ones. So, let's randomly draw here what ones we're going to be getting. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Draw out our 5. I could just also draw 1 and keep the other ones. I think we will just draw out 1. 1 and then keep all the other 5. So that one. Sword Oath. So, Sword Oath will be the thing that is being removed from the game, which is a shame. Worked so hard to get that one last season. Now we don't get to do any of that stuff, so it won't be in this season. However, we will get to have Shield Array, which we unlocked very late into the Season 3. So, with that said, with Armor Fist now in the Fighting Art deck. Oh, the other thing we have to add to the Fighting Art deck are the 4 Fighting Arts for Dragon King. We'll be adding those in. So now we've just added 10 Fighting Arts to our Fighting Art deck. So we'll go ahead and shuffle this all up, and that will be our Fighting Art deck. Now, the Disorders for Dragon King, or People of the Stars, whatever, the Dragon King expansion, we have to shuffle those all in. Because we have the Fighting Art thing, we get the Fiddler Crab, will also be in our Vermin deck. So if you do not draw the Armored Fist Fighting Art, you do not add the Fiddler Crab. So now we have added Fiddler Crab. We will also add, no, not that yet, the Disorders. So we've got 4 Disorders to add to our Disorder deck that come via Dragon King. Shuffle these up. Again, I don't know if we'll have to draw any of these. Probably won't. The prologue, surprisingly, we got no organs at all. We just got a bunch of skull, a bunch of bones, and a bunch of hide. So we got no, organs, which is probably going to be a problem. It doesn't really matter. So first off, we start with first day. So for first day, we're just looking to see how many survivors we're going to have. Here's our roll. 8. So is that 10? Yeah, 7 plus is 10. So we're going to have 10 survivors plus our 1 returning survivor. So that's actually good. That puts our population at 11. Let's get out our fresh new time settlement event, record sheet, timeline. We will have, flip this over, our population is now 11, which is great. We have some to go through. We'll talk about those. I've gotten names already lined up. I've got sheets down here, as you can see on the camera. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but they're down here. Now that we've done first day, let's go to Foundlings, which is the Dragon King People of the Stars returning survivors event that this replaces. So, first words. Nominated survivors listens closely to the tyrant's words and gains +1 understand. So we need to nominate a survivor. So what we're going to do is... so we have 10 survivors. I've named some of them. I've already named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So we'll have 4 more to name. I've got more to name. I didn't know how many we'd roll, so I didn't name all of them yet. Plus our 1 returning survivor. That's all we have here. The one person who survived, whose name is Survivey McSurvivorface. She is very good at surviving. So her name is Survivey McSurvivorface. So we only have 1 innovation for returning, 1 endeavor for returning survivors, which is not good at all. So the person who we're going to nominate for first words, the person you nominate for this whole thing is going to be the same person. So we'll nominate them now. They'll get other stuff later. So the person we're nominating right now is Shane Nielsen. So Shane Nielsen will be the person who speaks the first words. They're going to go ahead and gain 1 understanding. That your settlement gains dragon speech, which I think I have. Nope. Where did I put dragon speech? Nope, those are the ones I dragon speech right here. That's the deck. So dragon speech is just replacement for language. It's pretty much the same exact thing. So we'll be gaining dragon speech and place it in your play area, face up, and record it on your settlement record sheet. Dragon speech is your first innovation and the unique language taught to you by the tyrant. It will spark the creation of the innovation deck. So I've already built the innovation deck. Some things are removed in a People of the Stars campaign. So in order to do People of the Stars, you remove... Let me look at what they are. Let's see. You remove language, lantern oven, family, and clan of death. And then there's new innovations for all the things in this campaign that are campaign specific. So I've added those in. We don't have them yet because, there are different consequences for different things. But for right now, we have Dragon Speech, which is just same as language. Get survival limit +1. So we're at survival limit 2 right now. Then, let's see. So the other thing, Monia's Drums, Hovel, Inner Lantern, Paint, and Symposium. That's what's in the deck here. We're not going to be able to endeavor or innovate at all because we only have 1 endeavor. So we'll shuffle those together. We're just not going to do that. Finished with their work, the settlement gathers around the Gleaming Edifice, which is the throne here. So, Gleaming Edifice, armed with language, the nominated survivor exalts the center of the settlement, the Gleaming Obsidian Throne. The settlement gains the throne settlement location. So, the throne settlement location is slightly different than the regular, the Lantern Horde. So, has this other thing here. We're not going to do that now, but innovating costs the same and building of stuff is exactly the same. So basically, until we want to do that, which we're not going to do right now, it will function the same as the Lantern Horde. So, place throne face of the player area. Throne is the source of all innovation, and further locations the settlement will develop. The nominated survivor sits in front of the Dragon Throne in wonder. They gain the Champion's Right Fighting Art. So Shane is going to be gaining Champion's Right Fighting Art, which I probably should not have shuffled these right away. Champion's Right. So these have a red name on them. We'll get into that. Not this time, probably, but... So this is Champion's Right. You can add your understanding to your accuracy. So let's just go Champion's Right. Champion's Right Fighting Art. Good job, Shane. And that's once per showdown. So I just realized those ones are the wrong side of the sleeve. So I'll have to fix those around. And then he skips the next hunt, right? They must skip the next hunt as upon remaining resistance. Check to skip the next hunt. So he cannot go on the next hunt. That is the end of Foundlings. That is the end of First Day. We will not be using that anymore. We will not be using foundlings anymore. That is the setup of the People of the Stars. Now we've gotten our fighting arts in here now. We've gotten our disorders in here now related to all this. Now we can actually start the settlement phase, which we have one endeavor, which we will be spending to make the skinnery here. So then we're just going to be spending 5 hide to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hide here to be making a full rawhide set, basically. That's all we're going to be doing. So it's all we can't even make weapons because I don't have enough endeavors. So resource, those go all in there. Okay, so now let's do our death principle, which we will be taking cannibalize because I haven't done it yet. And there's a strain we could possibly get. So, cannibalize gives us survival limit +1. So, it brings us up to survival limit, or 3 survival limit right now. Let's see, what else can we do? That's pretty much it. We don't even have departing survival. So, when a survivor dies, draw 1 basic resource and add it to the settlement storage. Do not gain a resource if the survivor lost, ceases to exist, or is exiled. So, with that said, that's it. We can't really do anything else. So we'll make 1 full rawhide set. I was just thinking, looking at this stuff here, we have 1 more hide. We have the lion tail and a perfect hide. We could make like 2 of the 3, but that wouldn't even let us like get the evasion bonus. The other thing I could do is make a skull helm out of this skull. But again, oh no, I can't even do that. I can't even do that. So I can't make a skull helm out of the skull. That was a good idea, but I can't do it because I don't have the bonesmith or bone crafter or whatever, the bonesmith. Okay, well, well, we have a full rawhide set. So let's talk about what else we're going to be doing. So that's going to be the foundlings. We're year 1 now. We've done that. We've done the thing. Next year we will have endless screams. We're going to use spidicules, but I don't think we're going to replace the antelope completely because I still might want to cook stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I want to replace the antelope completely. I might want to get vermin, or you can't get vermin anymore, but you can still get the vermin from setting up the antelope with the bug spot and stuff. And acanthus. It just might be something I still want. The amber poleaxe is good with the screaming antelope set. So I think I'm going to leave endless screams in. If you want me to remove antelope, I will. It's not that big of a deal because 1.6, it's better now with 1.6. I don't need to have him for barber surgeon and stuff. But I still would like to cook, and screaming antelope, I think I need everything. Aside for 1 is only the lion and the phoenix. We're leaving the lion in. We're going to hunt another lion. I'm not going to add Gorm. I've added Gorm in the other 3 seasons I've added Gorm. So we're not adding Gorm. Spidicules will be something that we won't fight right away. I think what we might do is try other stuff. I know last season I said I would try daggers, but it just didn't work out. I didn't get the stuff to make the acid daggers. And then I went with the bone dagger, got to someone proficiency, and then they ended up dying. And since I didn't have the acid tooth daggers, I didn't really want to go again going down that road. It's really hard to play off meta. I'm going to take Cannibalize, so that's already off meta. I might take Protect the Young. But the goal is to go for those strains with the Cannibalize strain. There's one that needs Cannibalize and 8 Sacrifice. So we're going to try to do that. It's hugely detrimental to the settlement going down that road, but we're going to try because People of the Stars is generally more powerful, might not need, we'll see. Protect the Young and Cannibalize seems pretty rough. I still might have to go Survival of the Fittest and Cannibalize. But the other thing is I want to try maybe going Qatar. So might hunt the lion, get a full set. For Lion Guitars, that might be something I do, just to be different, because I've never gone guitars in a season before. That would be neat. Spidicules really doesn't have great weapons, but we can go with the Spidicules weapons, but the Amber Poleaxe, like I said, for spear, then I would probably want to use the Antelope. Then, after that, we'll have Manhunter, who comes in in year 5, so Manhunter will be in this as well. That's pretty much it. I mean, then Tyrant also. I don't know if I'm going to replace... Last season, I also replaced... Or I didn't replace, but last season I added Sunstalker. I just didn't end up fighting him because I struggled in that season to get stuff I needed. So I think I might go Guitars, might go Axe Mastery, but without Gorm, I don't know if I want to go Axe Mastery. We'll have to look and see what happens, but the goal is to fight Spooters. So that's the goal. See what happens. Go and cannibalize, trying to get those strains and stuff, and then fighting Dragon King. Just doing People of the Stars, fighting the Tyrant, stuff like that. So, with that said, ouch. With that said, with Spooter being added next Lantern Year, along with Endless Screams, we're not going to send out Survivor McSurvivey Face. She has, what is it, intracranial hemorrhage, so she can't spend survival anymore. So, and we can't cure it because I don't have bed, and I don't have Barber Surgeon to cure it, so we're not going to be doing that. She's not going out. Shane is not going out because he must skip. So Spooter has an intro event that is pretty detrimental. So I don't really want to... So since I had to take out 4 new people, I don't have anybody else left from the settlement to send out, or from the prologue to send out. I have to pick all 4 new people. Normally I would send out the same 4 prologue survivors to, get them age 1 and stuff. But since I'm in a position of needing to send out 4 brand new survivors regardless, we are sending out Tasha, Shavar. We're sending out probably Gemna and Laura. So those are all suggested names that we'll send out next episode. But except for Laura. So Laura is actually one of the survivors who I made a mistake. My first video on the channel, actually, was a prologue where everybody died. Almost like what happened this season. Almost everybody dies except for one person. She was that one person who I made a mistake on, and then I just was like, well, I'll just throw this up as a death to the prologue death wipe. She should have actually survived. So she gets her second chance in this season. So she actually did, we'll just say she survived and she came to this settlement. So that's where she's been. So she's from that video. She was one of the 4 people who got wiped to the prologue. So that's it. Kind of bare bones for a settlement. Not much to do. I was kind of screwed with only having 1 endeavor. So we'll try Cannibalize. So the way Cannibalize works, if you're thinking I don't get any of the rewards, or I don't get any... The first survivors to die, you don't gain the benefits of your death principle, but those 3 also died all at the same time in the same fight, and I didn't have my death principle, so I don't gain it for any of those other 2 as well. So for all 3 of them, I don't gain it, which sucks. I have no departing survival except for the person in gear, or in the rawhide gear. Also sucks. So it's going to be more Founding Stones and Fist and Tooth. Probably going to try to get Fist and Tooth Master this season as well. Guitars. Maybe we'll try daggers once again. I would have went swords again if I had Sword Oath, but I don't. It's not in this campaign. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Lantern Year.